Hey guys, how we doing? Well, if you're watching this part of the video, we made it through. The shop completed this big king-size log, custom engraved slab log bed. Okay, well, we're going to recap a little bit. This was the combined effort of what started out a few weeks ago. We had a bar slab in here. This particular client that owns this piece walked in, saw it, fell in love with it. Oh my God, what can we do with that other than a bar? And I said, well, we started brainstorming. We came up with the idea of a bed with an engraved slab headboard. Here it is, okay? One project in your shop can ultimately lead to another, okay? Once again, you're only limited by your imagination. Well, in my case, me and my client. Well, to also recap, a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, we put out a video. It was a tutorial on how to engrave and put together these big centerpieces. Now this one in particular, I told you in the beginning of this video, was one that I purchased. Okay, the peripherals around it are my property, but the centerpiece was a purchased scalable vector graphic. Okay. But I put together for you guys over 24 free use images that we pulled out of openclipart.org, which, a little heads up with them, they're an open source, free use, free to use, free to share, free to manipulate, do with as you choose, and you can even use them for commercial purposes and profitize, okay? So the package that I put together for you in that tutorial, which walks you through step by step how to use most of it. Once again, you're going to have a good imagination to do some of your own builds, but you can take those builds once they're done, you can engrave them, and you can sell them, okay? I did that for you because that's what I wanted to do for you guys, all right? Second thing I had mentioned to you, we were going to do a video, we're still going to do a video on how to take large slabs like this and big slab material. I am having a heck of a time up here finding a mill to plane these down a little flatter. I get them from these portable sawmill guys. One in particular, he's an awesome gentleman. He's local. I support local, and I'll always preach supporting local if you can. Okay. Well, when he cuts, sometimes some of his slabs are a little wavy. You can't have indiscrepancies that are, you know, up to 3/8, a half of an inch. You just can't mill like that. So we're going to do another video that's going to show you how to take a slab, a rough cut slab from a portable sawmill, how to plane it down on your table and get it ready to accept that beautiful centerpiece that I coincidentally also showed you how to put together. And lastly, I also just wanted to mention that we had talked about putting a rail system on this, a place to put the box spring and mattress. Well, come to find out, this client's bed that this goes to is one of those mechanized deals that can raise your feet, raise your head, I don't know, sandwich you, give you a chiropractic treatment all in one shot. So we're not doing a rail system for this. We're doing strictly a footboard and a headboard, okay? Now, I am doing another bed, real quick turn, and I think we'll do a segment on that bed for just the rail assembly. How to build the rails using log stock like this, using your top rails, and how to use, say, 5 or 6 planks to support the box spring and mattress. I'll put a separate video together for you guys for that. Again, I do apologize, but this has been quite the undertaking, quite the project between writing about it, videoing it, and we did photograph digital photos step by step, and every one of these photos is edited and it's marked up with nice big letters so that guess what, you won't need your over 50 glasses to be able to read them. All right, to read the captions on them. Now, to roughly go through this real quick again, most of our material was purchased. Our rails and our post I purchased from a local hardware store here that's owned by some wonderful people. I do a lot of my shopping down at Parisace Hardware right here on Route 3 in Groveton, New Hampshire. And to think, this is nothing more than a cedar fence post, and we built this beautiful bed with local materials. Now, the client was not opposed to us going out and foraging these materials. However, there's dry times and all this. Well, I had until this coming weekend. I had until Labor Day weekend to have this project completed, so there was no way I was going to go forage stock, build something, and have it dried in time. So we ended up purchasing our rails and our post. What's nice when you do this, too, your rails are going to come with a tenon already drilled on each end. You have to cut one end off, depending on the width of your bed, a twin, a full, a queen, a king, and so on. And you've got to re-tenon one of the ends. However, your line post, we ended up not using, we used end post, where your holes only go halfway in. Well, they're already drilled. So some of the work is already done for you. You're dealing with kiln-dried stock. So your waiting period is over there, okay? The other thing the client opted for was obviously this slab, as beautiful as it came out. We actually fell into a pile of the stinky stuff, and we came out smelling like a rose on this one, because this particular slab, as you can see, you'll see it better now. She's got three beautiful coats of high-density, high-build polyurethane on it, Minwax polyurethane. You can see that there's a lot of blue spalting in this piece, okay? Well, this blue spalting now adds the impression of a sky and clouds, but down below it also adds the impression. We have a moose here in water. We have a couple loons over there that we threw in. We also have the impression of a water effect, which is just naturally occurring from the spalting in this piece of pine. Again, the client lucked out the way everything fell together. Even I didn't see it. Okay. Even doing the layout in CAD, I didn't picture how this was going to fall. It went together a lot better than even I could have imagined. The bark, some of the bark was pulling off. So what we did was we dropped some self-tapping screws. We were able to backfill with some dark putty. You'd have to really look close to even find the screws. We went on the back side where some of the cracks are. I filled in with hot melt or a two-part epoxy, and I didn't want the bark. The client was really adamant about keeping the live bark edge on the top, not on the bottom. It's nice and smooth. The bark is off below. In case it chipped off, they didn't want it getting into their bed, but they did want the bark on the top. So that's what we did. We screwed it down. We did a combination of hot melt and a two-part epoxy that we got in there. The bark is on there now for good. We ended up using a good heavy coat of sanding wood sealer. Because this is pine and cedar, there's something else I can't really stress enough. This is a very porous wood. You got two options. You can drop one coat of sanding sealer on it, or you might end up adding an extra 3 or 4 coats of whatever your clear coat is, okay? And like I said, in this case, we used an oil-based, high-density, high-build polyurethane from Minwax. I only went with a single coat of sanding sealer on the back and a single coat of poly, just to protect it. It's going to be against the wall. The client was fine with that. The engraving is the engraving. The polyurethane, though, in the assembly video, we've got some still pictures, like I had mentioned, some JPEGs. We've marked them up with arrows and all this. The video won't show it that well, but this particular piece, this particular end post here, had a pile of branches on it, obviously. Well, they've all darkened up. The polyurethane has just made them pop and explode. Again, this is something I got from my local hardware store and lumber yard, 10 minutes down the road. This slab, I got this from this big strapping gentleman in my local hometown. I don't even know the gentleman's last name. He goes by the name of Wade. Very, very nice man. He's got a lot of time in the woods, and if ever I need some insight on wood or how to dry it or whatever to do with it, he's the man. He's got the answers for you, okay? Well, to my subscribers, my followers right now, from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you. You're making this come together for me, little by little. It's happening, you know. I'm actually so excited about this bed and fabbing this that I think we're going to put these into production. They're going to be as an order-only basis. Again, with a little wood shop, we're a little over 300 square feet up here, so I can't stockpile 10 and 15 beds. I have no place to put them. But to keep one or two on hand, to build them and get them out the door as we make them, absolutely. I'm working on the pricing right now. We're crunching numbers. We're going to try to make these as reasonably affordable as we can for everybody. I'm going to focus more on the engraved slabs though, because I'm not seeing a lot of this style out there. I'm really not. I have a feeling too, once these hit the internet, well, other people may want to, and hey, all the power to you, you know? Hey, it's the nice thing about America, free commerce, you know? Okay? Well, from all of us here, which that would be me, I've kept you guys long enough. Again, thank you guys for following this. Especially this one article started from so much more, and this is where we finished. Okay. Thanks again, guys. I won't keep you any longer. Stay tuned. We'll have your slab tutorial coming up, as well as your rail to attach your headboard and footboard, and we've got another beautiful. We got a queen size log bed coming up. Again, I think I'm making that. I may have told you we're making that one for my lovely wife. And stay tuned, okay? We got more coming. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.